Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4 in our playthrough as the Xendar Brood. We have a plan, we have a strategy. Everything seems to be working out. Our goal is to make as many friends as possible and point them at the nasty, nasty Terrans while avoiding as many wars and conflicts as we can ourselves until such time as we are ready. Now, we really had a bit of a rough start, but we've managed to pull it back. We still have to get on top of the cultural influence that the cloners have. They are somewhat winning that race, but we are closing the gap. And we will do everything we can to make that happen. Now, we will be going to war fairly soon with the Liberators here. That'll be another world for us and a decent staging point. But let's see if we can keep this going. Diplomatically, most everybody's happy with us except for the Terrans, of course, but that is all well and good for me. I don't think the Terrans are at war with anybody. I would actually like something occupying their military, but, you know, it is what it is. Everybody likes the Terrans for whatever reason. I hate the Terrans. I think everybody should hate the Terrans. Down with the Terrans. Okay. More supply ships for Hector is very good. We'll get Khazar's mainframe, hopefully. And then we can bash out the rest of this stuff. We have to decide where the Stellar Forge wants to live. We don't really have a great planet for it just yet, but we will see. We have discovered the Lost Engine upgrade module. I think we will sell that one for a bit of cash. You're waiting until we get a little bit of siege capability. As a civilization of great power, it's only appropriate for the Liberators to suck it. We laugh in your face. Go away. Great power. My backside. We've heard rumors that the corporate sector have built the beacon of Babylon. That does suck. We're not going to get the beacon. Unfortunately, they did just beat us out. That is a lot of lost production. You hate it? You hate it. The corporate sector. Ay, ay, ay. The corporate sector. Gandalf, eh? Huh. I don't think that. I mean, we could have maybe got the beacon a little bit faster. Let's grab what ships we have, such as they are. They're not many. That is it. Is this force enough to make something happen down here? I don't even think we can siege them. Maybe the last time we took getting out some ships to make this siege happen. I really didn't think at turn 80 somebody would have built the beacon, but we got to live with that now. So people are not as happy as they should be. Make everybody workers. We may end up building this surveillance center. Oy. Painful, painful, painful. Let's also get another siege ship out. Group of Taurian scientists attempting to discover if the laws of physics are same across all of reality, if they can potentially be local differences in the universe, constants that control everything. Taurian scientists. We can build a Taurian academy or just get 25 research. I think we will build that Taurian academy. Let's see what it does for us and what it takes. We need 5 Prometheon. It gives us extra research, a little bit more pop cap. It's not bad. And it'll probably be very nice right there. Only 1 level of adjacency bonus, though. Semi-sentient AI designed to monitor and reduce crime. Love this. Reduce crime, please. -5 crime on all worlds. We do have quite a few criminals. And we would like this guy to be a fighting ship at some point. More HP is good. If I had Illyrium, would be great. But for now, I will just take the crew quarters. Bringing your HP up. And maybe if I brought these guys back, it would also be good. Now, let's keep on top of our treaties, if we can, where we can, when we can. No new treaties, that's fine with me. Light casualties, 10 months to conquest. Once these ships pop out, we should be able to launch that siege. Natural League on Hector believes that they should now spread their message to the entire galaxy. To that end, they've constructed their own colony ship, preparing their members for the voyage. A free ship full of eager colonists would be okay. -5 approval. Stop the mission. Extra approval. -1 Natural League citizen approval. Really quickly, can I just check? I don't think we have a lot of Natural League supporters. Stop the mission. Stop the mission. Alright, we do have spectacles. Great. Allows us to do galactic festivals, which is nice for a little bit of extra cash. The culture points is very nice, and of course, extra influence growth. Lovely, lovely. Spying, we do want, as that leads on to more diplomatic stuff and the ability to do research treaties. I want battle cruisers, but it ain't here. We'll just grab spying. It's kind of a stop off that I don't love, but what can you do? I will do the Galactic Festivals, as that gets us a bit of cash, which allows us to drop taxes. I'm going to drop taxes all the way down at this point. Try to maximize what resources I do have. We've basically bought all the stuff anyway. The loss of the Harmony Crystals, that was a heavy investment that we lost out on. More warships. We discovered the remnants of one of our first space vessels, evidence of a time we stepped nervously beyond the ruined ring world. Put it in a museum. 5% research across all of our worlds. We take that. Some of our people have decided to colonize worlds without our sanctions. Extra relations with the corporate sector. With our extra cash, I think it's time we built that diplomatic embassy somewhere. We don't want it in Hector. We could probably build it around the ruined ring world. Nope. Silk Spire is not an option. We could build it on one of these smaller planets. Needs a core world and 5 Durantium. So I think the only option really is Hector. I hate it because I would like this for a science building, but okay. We'll need 5 Durantium. We should have none. Oh my god, Durantium's expensive. Oh my word. Alright, we'll sit on that for a bit. It is the monstrous cage. We can keep this. We can dissect it for knowledge. Dissect it for knowledge. Go ahead and pressure the scientists. Excellent. Finishing off spying. We can get foreign dumping for minus pollution, but it hurts our diplomacy, so that's no great. But the Tower of Endless Night does get us extra control. Will increase crime by 10%, which I don't love. Not my favorite building. There's planetary invasion here, which is something that we will need. It's on discount. I'll pick it up. Do wish there was something else though, but I think our fleet is now ready to set sail. Let's see what they can do. Another cargo container, an advanced mineral scanner. I will keep that one. And we will use it immediately for +2 minerals on Silk Spire. It's our best manufacturer at this point. 64 culture pressure. We also need... Hey, that did give us back our Harmony Crystals. Love it. We will need modules. Modules. Get some module production going. With the beacon gone, I think I would like to use this tile for something. Influence is going to be harder to come by now that we don't have the beacon. We desperately need those modules. What about manufacturing modules? +5 costs us 250 credits. I will do it. And we will try to level up. We're also going to need that Durantium. Durantium's so hard to come by. Gee, so sad. We got the modules. What we don't have is Durantium. Okay, fleet is in position over Serene. They do have a big fleet over here that's going to cause us problems. They also have that military starbase. Aye, this is more than I expected. I think we have to pull back. They may come after us in the meantime, though. Got a couple of their ships. Let's hope they don't come after us. Okay, looks like they're not coming after us. Let's zap some of their ships before we pull out. We're gonna need a little bit more in the way of military to pull this off. Love these hyperlanes. Ooh, let's get out some daggers. Would love some cruisers. We just haven't had that tech yet. Precursor technology amongst the wreckage. We could integrate the drop pod with the ship, or we get Gigamass. I think we'll take the Gigamass. The Iconians have built the Office of Control. Cool, 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 cool. Precursor artifact left behind by the so-called Arnor. By accepting this exchange, we gain 25. They gain a lot more. Agree to look at the artifact and accidentally destroy it. We lose a lot of relations. No, we'll take 25. They can have a lot more. You guys go to sleep. Excellent. Planetary invasion done. Battle cruisers is here for 5 turns. It's exactly what we need. They would like spectacles. This is a no. Nothing that gives them extra influence. But while we're here, let's check our treaties. There's a cultural treaty. Will they give me some tech for it? They've got a lot. We can get the interstellar cabinet. trade networks, maybe even Xeno hospitality, if we persuade a little bit, and maybe give up spying. I will take this. 1 spying for 3 technologies does help us out. The trade network is decent. Xeno hospitality is all right. Interstellar cabinet is really good. We need this Minister of Justice, plus we get some new ships. I'll accept this, which means we've got money to spend, which means we need money that we don't have. We also get some more freighters. What's our ship range looking like? Still can't really trade with anybody that we aren't already trading with, which is unfortunate. We'll just go ahead and trade with Drangi. Hope that our trade ship gets through. There is a servants module. This will be an extra your citizen or cash. We do need cash. I will take the cash. We need so much cash. We'll probably want this diplomatic bonus as well. Free media. Make it happen. All right, there goes my freighter. Not that important. We've got the Korath here that are starting to dislike us. That is unacceptable. They're willing to give me nanite defenses, auroras, for 2 of my technologies. That is not good enough, guys. What if we take those off the table? Nanite defenses I do want for my cruisers, so this is good. We can persuade for improved armor science as well for Neuroflex plating. We also need a lot. We need a lot. I will accept this. We have a Betatron Collider, but we need the resources. Give me the resources. Have a look at our peoples. This guy is kind. He has frostbitten toesies. Failed med school, focused party loyalists. What we're looking for is a good commander for, I think, unyielding will. What sort of weapons do you have, mister? Ideally, what we're looking for is Heart of Conquest, but that is at sovereign immunity, and it's a decent ways away. But the extra 8 evasion and the cruiser hull has plasma pods, decent attack, pretty good armor, thulium armor. I think we take unyielding will. We have so many positions to fill here. You become the commander of the unyielding will. Maybe that will be the firepower that we need to take this world over. It is unlikely. Let's add him in. We still have space for a few more ships. Dagger coming out next turn. We'll send him back in after. Still probably won't have enough punch to take over the military starbase that's there, but we will have cruisers soon, and that is good. Let's send him back down to skirmish. Still can't take the military starbase. Clean out some of the defenders. Nice. Okay, we have the Xeno welcome hub. The trade network sort of works for me. This planet is all sorts of messed up. I'll just put it here. I really don't like what we've done with that planet. Pretty messy. Pretty messy. Let's get some supply ships going. A few turns of supply ships that we can also maybe send over to Hector, because Hector has a lot of projects that it needs to finish. We did actually get Khazar's mainframe at very least. Another lost cargo container, planetary defense module. That one we can sell. We would like to be maybe here for this invasion, away from this, right there perhaps. We can get there. This fleet of 12 is still a bit scary. Plus we're going to be taking hits. That's 1 HP that we lost, but it's fine. 2 ships defending. Let's clean them out. Only 1 ship on the defense. We'll say light casualties, but it's actually no casualties. Get it out of there. Hoping for some XP, some levels. Orbital bombardment will get us there in 2 months, although it does hurt quite a lot of the infrastructure. Or we can spend 5 months. I think we'll take the 5 months. Supply ship we'll send over to Hector. Hector! They would like planetary invasion. They're willing to give me a lot of stuff a little bit too late. We're about to get battleship cruisers. However, subspace streaming and the energy deflection maybe is worth it. But what if we swapped out battleship cruisers and all of this? Maybe they'll give me... They won't give me anything else. Your Durantium. I do need lots of Durantium. And money. Yes. Okay. I don't love this, but I will accept it. I will accept it because that we really need for getting up some of this cultural exchange. That will help beat back their pressure. Taking us up to 56. Still not high enough. They're at 64. So a few more upgrades needed. A few more bits of infrastructure. That's a loss of a ship or 2. And if they're bombarding us, that's no bueno. We can return fire. Now, we really, really don't want to lose our flagships. The Anvil and Unyielding Will. Okay, then. Let's get more supply ships to help out. Our constructors getting beaten up a little bit. Move them out. Right, the trade network is about to pop. That's good. There's some stuff that we could consider building here, like the fusion power plant, for example. Right there would be really nice. We need 5 antimatter to make that happen. Too rich for my blood. But maybe it's a decent investment. That's going to be 6, 7. That's most of our cash. Most of our cash. I don't think we can afford it, much as I would love to. Sending supply ships over to Hector's at the moment is a little bit unfeasible as they've got strike craft in the way. Well, we need to hold for 3 more turns. That's good. The Iconian Refuge have built the Galactic Fleet. Fine with me. Keep trading shots with these guys. Shaving off their numbers while we continue this siege. 2 months. Maybe we should have just bombarded them. My bad. My bad. I do want that Taurian Academy though. It's 5 Prometheon. Not happening. Supply ships. How are we looking on battlecruisers? 4 more months? Maybe we should have just accepted the trade. I thought we were going to get through it a lot faster than that. It is a poisonous device. That one we can sell. And with that, actually, we might be able to get the 5 antimatter we wanted to get down the fusion power plant. Because we are going to need a lot of production on this planet if it's going to be our main source of like cruisers and heavier plants. There's a siphoning resource module here, which will do -2 minerals to a planet. I think we sell that. Speed up the research, try to get through battleship cruisers, an extension matrix. I like the idea of the extension matrix. I do. I don't need it. I want it needed. So I'll take it. No, Dreadnought, leave my ship alone. He's tanky, never mind. Another ship down. I'm not looking to see who's hit. Ouch, that was a heavy hit. 58 HP. Brood Instigator, you need to get out of there. What are you doing? I'll manually position you guys here to put as much distance as possible. We have another progression. We could go up in pacifism for minus global crime, and we get a support ship, the Goodwill. Or we can go for peacekeeping. All leaders gain the peacemaker trait. I think we will go for this. We want peacekeeping. Do we? I think we do. Plus the starbase range is very nice, and extra relations. I'm starting to see relationships slide a little bit. I don't love that. Renew open borders. Yeah, people are starting to decline. It's basically inevitable. We could get improved life support here for more logistics, but I feel like we want energy weapons and just some more basic technologies, armor materials, energy weapons. Okay, with a little bit of persuasion for our cultural treaty, they will give us energy weapons, armor material science, and energy weapon application. This is all good. And the culture treaties is giving us extra influence, which is going to help combat the other nerds. So that's good news for us, plus a little bit of extra mil tech. Not bad at all. We're only at 58 against their 64. We're closing, but we need more Durantium. We have a little bit of cash. The problem is Durantium still ridiculously expensive on the market. People have probably been buying it up as the AI tends to have unlimited funds. But we should at least finish this siege here, and then we can get these guys out of danger. Hopefully the Anvil is still alive. There's our very first invasion. Get rid of the Liberators. Out of here, folks. We're out of here. The Anvil is still alive. That's great news. And the Unyielding Will is almost about to fall. So let's get these guys out. Mission accomplished. They'll need to survive 1 more round, it seems like. One of our leading scientists was killed in deep space. We don't know who killed him, why he was outside our borders. If you find any evidence, not a problem. We will fully support your investigation. At this point, we're about to finish cruisers fairly soon. I need you guys to not lose that ship. Get out of there. Down to 9 HP and a dream. Alright, folks. Bail. Warning. The Archean Republic have a potent military presence. Thanks for the warning, my friends. Always. Always. Get out. Get out of there. Regroup. Head down for repairs. In fact, just park here if you can. Be safe. Extra safe. Now, I would like this Minister of Tourism. I would like all of these things, in fact. All of them. And Serene Homeworld needs a new leader. Plus, the Drengen really think we're ripe for conquest. Cruisers coming out just in time. That is a very rapid decline. The Drengen are very powerful. We're going to have a look at the diplomacy in just a minute. But it looks like we might be going to war with our former friends. The Eternal Clones, throw in some shade our way, that's okay. Battle Cruisers, done. Choose a new tech. Cultural influence progression is what we're looking for. Kinetic weapons would be good, but maybe we can trade for it. Let's see. Now that we have cruisers, it's time to make some cruisers. Just a bog standard cruiser is fine. Get me out some cruisers. 4 turns on a cruiser is okay, it's not amazing. Flagship captain reports the discovery of a lost cargo container. Enemy destabilizer module is plus 10 crime. Who cares? Sell that. Give me cash. Keep an eye on our leaders. Anybody who's very cheap, I would not mind picking up. Diablo Catalyst is actually really good. We'll probably hang on to the Diablo Catalyst. What we need is Durantium. Just please, can we have some Durantium? Alright, let's take a look at the diplomacy. Most people still happy with us. Drengen's starting to get ideas. They are at war with the Eternal Clones, the Kryn Syndicate, and the Luxar Dominion. So it might not be a bad idea. And the Corpus Sector. So I don't think we actually have to worry about you guys. Ain't no way you're fighting all those wars. Don't have the ships for it. That's fine. Those guys can do the dirty work for me. And I will help if you bring your ships. Just defend my territory. While I try my best to get ahead of these damned clones. It may be that we have to build some sort of mega structure as soon as we get a free hand to go down that tech tree. But for the moment, everything is okay. Extra diplomacy is good. We have so much control that we can just spend whenever it comes up, essentially. Cash we don't have to make that happen, but it's okay. I really need to get you guys happier as well. Anything that gives us approval would be good that we can build. There's not a lot for us to do here. I guess we'll put down nesting collectives for the influence growth, pop cap, all that good stuff. We'll just fill out all of these. The clones are back. They would like to give us improved life support, which isn't terrible. See, there's a few techs we don't have, but they're asking for just a little bit too much. I'm afraid this is a no. Goodbye. I need you. Get a level up. I don't think I want to give you the Diablo Catalyst and the Extension Matrix just yet. We'll focus on keeping your HP nice and high. And more importantly, away from this Dreadnought over here. It's a Lost on Orient data core. Unlocks the secret, grants a significant boost to our research efforts. I'll accept that. This is going to be really good. The Cultural Forum is going to help us out a lot. We're going to need to get a handle on some Durantium somehow, some way. Galactic Challenges unlocked. That'll be useful. I'm just going to reject you. Go away. But more pressing is the Drengen. Will they actually go to war? Now, we could offer to join the war. That'll give us a relationship boost with quite a lot of people. They are under siege. I don't think they're going to be able to pull that out. Let's keep the cruisers coming. The Terrorizer. Just build up our military. I think it's not our problem. Drengen, you already hate us. You're already at war with basically all of the galaxy. I am very, very tempted to declare war on them. Or to, hey, the Terrans are actually starting to like us. So if I declare war on the Drengen, it looks like actually people have pulled out of the war with the Drengen, which is not great. I would have hoped that everybody stayed in that war, but they're still up against the Eternal Clones and the Luxar. The Luxar are stronger and the Eternal Clones not as strong. They'll probably be able to bounce back from this fairly easily, so let's hope that they declare war on us and that we will be in a position to capitalize on their weakness. To that end, we also need to get a little bit more XP on these ships, seeing as we don't have any for some reason. You do need a lot of repairs, however. I think we pick up another couple cruisers. You're heavily defended. I want to stay away from that if possible. Where do we have? We have lots of anomalies and things up here for us to explore. Just go up this way. But it looks like the clones are holding their own. There's cultural influence progression, more culture points, influence growth, 2%, which you'll love to see. Cultural values, which we probably won't use, but we will use cultural forums. The ability to upgrade our culture is moot, unfortunately, and an orbital museum for more culture points per month. All good stuff. Plus the miniature of culture, let's not forget. Next up, we can go for, I think we do need expansion control. Another policy slot is useful. Let's get it. That's only 3 turns. We can also do galactic challenges. I don't know if there's anything here that we really wish to do. The Orb of Dragon, oh lol. The Astrolabe of the Arnor might be one. The Grand Menagerie, maybe. How are they looking on prestige? They're up to 30%. We'll hang on to that before we decide. A sealed container of Arnorian alloys, plus 3 Durantium. We do need Durantium in a big way. We'll take it. What's the best use for this Durantium? That is the question. A Durantium processor possibly could be very good, like right here. It's a lot of extra pollution, which we're already struggling with on this planet. But really, I want to get our culture up. We're up to 62.5. So we're just about to overtake these guys. If we went in here and got things like the cultural forum, that should get us where we need to go. Or at least in the direction that we need to go. Cultural exchange, cultural forums. We will need much more Durantium, but that will take us up to 68, officially overtaking Cloner Prime. Now it's a waiting game. Of course, we will want to boost that up to push this back as much as possible. But at this point, we just need to hold. I think we can sell off these Harmony Crystals, at least 2 of them. Durantium's still ludicrously expensive. Ludicrously. Hector's still taking its sweet time to finish off a lot of his projects, but we've had to divert quite a bit. The tech capital is about to come back. Planetary mainframe and all of this other stuff after will make this very much more useful. Very much more useful, that's a thing. Reject, but wait. Although, we should have a look. Make sure we're renewing our treaties whenever they come up. There's another cultural treaty. Would love to see it. What will you give us? I'm interested in political capital, which they will give me. That will also give me 100 Diplo capital, which is useful. More Diplo bonuses. They don't really have a lot in the way of weaponry, and we want to keep an eye on other people's abilities to increase their influence, because these are a very influence-heavy species. We should be able to get something else out of this. Resource annexation deals. We do want, we might push for this. Let's try to persuade them. We are very, indeed, persuasive spiders. I will accept this. Now we can do research treaties as well, for even more trading and paper trading. And an energy infuser here will give us some extra beam attack. That's decent. I think we will take it, as that works with our beam ships over here somewhere. But now that we're able to trade research, it's back to the trading screen. Research treaty, free trade agreement, non-aggression pact, research treaty. Look how happy he is. Give me plasma beams. No. Give me weapons. Forged beam weapons. Love it. Beam weapon miniaturization. Let's throw in a persuasion. He has nothing that we want. He has a ton of credits that we do want, but we should be able to get something else in terms of technology. Stellar Marines, we will take. We'll take Stellar Marines. Okay, give me cash. Wow. We are just on the cusp here. It really doesn't want to give us more for our paper, but still, I will accept the extra beam attack. Don't think this trade ensures your safety. Sure, man. Sure. Nothing we can do with you guys yet. There's a cultural and a free trade agreement. He's willing to give me experimental weapons and life support. I wonder if he'll give me something else like beam weapon miniaturization. Love it. Beam weapon augmentation. All the beams. We will accept this. Research, free trade, non-aggression pact with you boys as well. Nobody has Durantium. You hate to see it. They're willing to give me not a lot. We could get the damage reflectors, I suppose. I'll take it. Any bits of paper that they're willing to give me for my bits of paper, I will accept. More research, non-aggression pacts. And this is closer to how I would expect to play on godlike difficulty, by the way. So this is sort of a trial run for possibly a godlike run. We can get expansion control. I'll persuade. No, still nobody with Durantium. So many harmony crystals. My goodness. That's potentially a lot of cash. But alright, let's go for something else. I will take expansion control, experimental weapons. Here we're just going to get a bit of credits. That's about it. But still we will accept. And that is a good round of trading. We still have 5,000 Diplo capital that we can use for something. But it remains to be seen what we're going to do with it. We'll have to wait and see. Now, with our extra policy slot, I think we're going to slot in just economic development. We're up to 96 approval, so let's crank that up a little bit. Just a little bit. Really not that much. Fine, we'll accept that. New technology, adaptive starship panels. Love it. Alliances is a big one. I don't think we're going for an alliance victory here, but maybe we will. Maybe we will. Get me alliances. How are we looking? The Drengen are still a problem. We might be able to form alliances with everybody else, excluding the humans. Wipe out the Drengen and the humans, and that will be a very, very good way for the spiders to win, I feel like. Just rallying the galaxy against their two grudges. I like the sound of that. Oh, the Terrorized takes antimatter. Well, that's no good. I don't want those. Time to design a new ship. It will be destroyers. Edit the doctrine. I love assault. Kind of hard not to love minus 50% weapon cooldown. Save it. Start a new design. That's a pretty decent looking ship, if I do say so. So what do we really want on this bad boy? Start here. We want repair nanite clouds. Those are pretty good. We would like whatever our decent armor is. 16.2 armor, not bad. Carbon crystal plating. We would also like shields. Just regular shield generators, I feel like, is okay. And then weaponry. What's our best weaponry? We like beams. We're actually pretty decent when it comes to beam tech. So we'll go with beams as our main weaponry. And maybe we'll get some backup missiles in the form of Avenger. Avenger has 4 attack. Railguns have 6. Let's get the railgun and the hypersonic missiles. How about that? Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent looking ship right there. Save it. This is going to be... I don't know. What's a good name for a spider? Well, I think there's no more iconic spider than the Huntsman spider, right? Let's go with the Huntsman, as this will be sort of like our main fighting class. The Huntsman Spooter. Can have these out in 3 turns. Nothing here should take any special resources. Let's start pumping them out. Alright, our civilization recently discovered an alternate energy source. We can lose an Illyrium to get extra manufacturing. I think we will. Even though we don't have that Illyrium, that won't stop us from making the deal. There we go. Push back those borders. We still have to keep on top of it, however. We're up to 73. Love to see it. Love to see it. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, this world. What are we doing with this world? Food consumption is what it is. Honestly, this world is probably best for research based on its minerals or wealth, perhaps. There's some decent wealth tiles over here we can make use of. Swap these around a little bit, I feel like. Your gladiator, we won't be threatened by you any longer. Drengen, you hate us, and if we have to wipe you out, then we will. Now, we have cultural differences with the Korath clans. Relations are starting to decline. That's okay. And there is alliances. We can now make alliances if anybody's friendly with us. More diplomacy, research alliances, military alliances. And I've actually never figured out what the benefit is to these different alliances are. We could get more galactic propaganda, 8 turns for that. Or we can go for shield strength. I don't mind a little bit more defensive. Or we could push forward to sovereign immunity. Another policy slot minus some crime. We have a decent bit of cash in the bank. It's only 5 turns. I do want sovereign immunity. But I would also maybe like to head towards Gigamass. We have a long way to go for that. Isn't really in keeping with where we want to go, but a megastructure or 2 boosting our influence is something that we would want to do. It would be a very costly venture, but we'll see. We'll see. I do like the idea of it though. So where do we need to go for that? We'll need to get orbital mining, which is here. In 3 months, we will pick that up. Blight has affected Hector 1. No. Pacifism can go up. Growth and approval, though, goes down. Stage of war amongst our people. 60% chance and nihilism goes up. Well, we're sneaky spiders. Let's do it. Sneaky spooters. Now, my military is feeling a little bit antsy. Let's pull out some of these ships and see if we can get some experience on them. The Anvil, the Brood. We won't need the Siege ships, the Brood Dagger. These guys all come out. Why is there a supply ship in there? Get out of there. Alright, let's send these guys hunting. You know, decently repaired. Do some running repairs for us. Another trade coming in. They want alliances. That's a no. But I will give that technology to as many people as I can in the hopes that we can get people all buddying up as well. Now, will anybody make alliances with us? I think most of our trades are on cooldown. We'll have to wait and hope that relations don't start reversing. There's a cultural treaty, but we don't want that. Although it does benefit us more than them to get a cultural treaty. And maybe we can get some tech out of it, like improved life supports, which would be good. We're going to need some more modules as well. I'm happy with that. We will persuade. Ask for some credits. It's another 70. Love it, love it, love it. We don't want to trade with the Terrans. We'll have to wait on that. Now, the next thing we really need are peoples. We need some leaders. We have a bit of money in the bank, so let's invite some leaders and see if we can fill out some of the positions that are lacking. So we'll invite leaders. That's going to cost us 250. I really preferred when this was very cheap because on top of inviting extra leaders for 250, you then have to spend more money for leaders. So it's a very expensive thing to do. But what are we looking for, really? We would like a Minister of Culture. We have any particularly massive? No. Okay, so we'll take you, Mirazuya Zen, and slot you into our Minister of Culture. Very appropriate that it is an Altarian. For 24% influence growth over there, that does mean we lose out on a lot of happiness. We can get somebody else. +6, you're just way too expensive. But you're reasonable. +6, it's not amazing, but it's something. We'll drop you in there. A Minister of Defense. Eventually, we still need a leader for Serene. We still would like some diplomats. Any fancy diplomats? No good diplomats. And these leaders also really suck. That was a huge waste of money. Reduces crime. Could be alright. Increasing our tourism. Not a big deal. Minister of Defense. I'll grab you as the Minister of Defense. Give us some extra HP. 8%, not a huge amount, but it's something. Just as you hope, your citizens on Silkspire 1 have turned on each other. None of them blame us for the famine. That is 25% approval and a +1 to deception. Sneaky spiders. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Now, can we find some of these pirates? Go get them. Go get them. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode. Everything is proceeding according to plan. The Drengans are being sieged out, so hopefully they won't be too big a problem, even as they were thinking of going to war with us. We are pretty soon going to be able to start making allies, and then we will try to direct as many wars against the Terrans as possible while our influence generation engine starts to get going. We're up to 78. A little bit more Durantium, and it's only a matter of time before we start sweeping worlds away. Our bubble, however, is still very, very small, and I would have really loved the Beacon of Babylon. I would have sped things up as, like, a lot more. A lot more. But there's other buildings that we may be able to build that are going to speed that up for us. We'll have to see what we can do. It's not the biggest and best culture game that I've ever played. I mean, imagine being able to turn all of these spooters into, like, what are the Altarian demigods or whatever it is that boost influence. It would be insane, actually insane. But we're doing what we can with what we got. Thank you all very much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and maybe give us some spider suggestions for our ship designs. Thank you again. Bye.